Hey guys, today I'm going to go over 4 reasons why to not invest into sealed Pokemon products. So my last video, I gave you guys some reasons why you maybe should invest into sealed Pokemon products, but today I decided to talk about the other side, the more negative side, and some reasons why maybe you shouldn't invest into sealed Pokemon products. So just to keep things straight and not to make you guys think I'm gatekeeping or anything, I myself invest into sealed Pokemon products because these reasons don't really apply to me or I've already thought about it. But I wanted to talk about this today, even though it's negative. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that, with whatever they're doing, whatever they're investing in, or whatever, they're never going to talk about the negative side or the other side where it kind of, I guess, doesn't really align with what they're, I guess, trying to do. Because, if someone is an investor out there or believes in something, why would they talk about the negatives, right? But I'm just trying to keep it real with you guys and give you guys some things to think about maybe if you're just starting to invest into sealed Pokemon products, or if you already have, and maybe think about how much you should be buying, or just give you guys some thought because you don't want to just spend a ton of money buying these products and then realize you messed up and you're gonna have to sell for a loss or whatever the case may be. So let's go over to the first reason. So for the first reason is you have no self-control, and honestly, in the beginning, especially when you start, it's a lot harder to know that you really shouldn't be opening this stuff, but it's all in front of you, so the temptation is right there, and it might get to you. You might start opening stuff, and like I said, it happens in the beginning, but trust me, after maybe a few weeks or like a month after you start holding this stuff, you just get used to it, and it's fine to open products sometimes because yes, this is a fun thing to open. It's fine to do that, but just know that this is an investment, right? So maybe when you're investing, you can keep or just know that you're gonna be opening some later down the road, or just have some to open later in the future. But make sure you keep enough as an investment because you don't want to just be like, oh, it's fine to open this and just keep saying that, and then at the end of the day you have nothing there. Then what was the point of even buying the stuff for an investment, right? So it's fine to open sometimes. Just keep it to a minimum if you can, or just like I said, buy more than you are going to actually invest into, so you just have that product to open and you'll be fine. Next is you have no space. So definitely this is a big thing, especially if I don't know, you're in college and you're in a dorm room, or you live in a small house, or you just don't have that much space. Sealed product, depending on what you buy, can take up a lot of space. Obviously, there's some products out there like, I don't know, elite trainer boxes or collection boxes that take up a lot more space than booster boxes. So you got to think about that stuff when you're buying, sealed product. And when you're storing this stuff, you want to preferably have it in a climate controlled environment because this stuff is cardboard, it's paper. So let's say you have it outside in a shed, or I don't know, somewhere where it's not climate controlled. If there's a lot of humidity or just a cold and the weather changes, trust me, your box is going to get soggy, or it's just gonna maybe get sun damage. You want to have it somewhere where it's going to be safe, and in the future it's going to be in good condition because trust me, if you have a sun damaged box, or a box that's like flimsy or like super soft due to like weather or humidity, who's going to really want to buy that in the future? And if you try to sell on eBay or something, you might get complaints or whatever, the box is not in good condition. You're just going to have a lot of problems if you don't keep the box in good condition. So you want to make sure it's in good condition to be able to sell in the future, so you can actually make money, because this is an investment. Next here, this is the third one. If you're impatient, and this is, I think, a lot of people, especially for people that just came into Pokemon just to invest into, maybe when the boom happened. So people, I've noticed, especially on eBay, some people buy products at like MSRP because, like, let's say it's like, I don't know, like a specialty product like a Pokemon Center ETB. I'll notice that people go on eBay and sell it for less money, like as soon as it comes out. And you guys know Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, all of them are sold on the Pokemon Center. You can't just get it like for cheaper usually. That's basically the lowest price. But people still will sell it for lower than that. Like, that's the only place to get it from. So I pretty much can guarantee they're getting it from there, and they're selling it at a loss, and as soon as the box comes out. So if you're going to do that, this is not for you. You have to wait it out, and especially now, it's kind of like the downtime in Pokemon. You're gonna need to wait a little bit. It's not gonna be overnight or just a few months where things are gonna skyrocket. Maybe for some products out there, but for the most part, you're going to have to wait it out. And it might be even like half a year where things don't really change and prices don't really go up. But if you wait it out and wait a few years, that's when you can see gains start to get exponential. So just be patient. Even if you see a product start to go down, don't just sell and think, oh, it's gonna keep going lower and then I'm just gonna buy later. Just hold it out. The best thing to do is just hold it out. And yeah. So now the last reason, and this is the major reason and the one I want to talk about the most, because this is what I feel like a lot of people, and especially a lot of the investing YouTubers out there, don't talk about, is that you have to sell this product. It's a physical thing, and I'm not talking about the Pokemon YouTubers out there that have social media presence where they have their own website or they have a lot of connections to sell their product. If you're a normal person like me, my channel is not big at all. When I sell stuff, it's usually through Facebook Marketplace in person. I have no like influence, or anything where it's gonna help me sell my product. I'm just a normal person. So this is a huge thing I want to talk about. So it's a physical item, like I told you. You have to sell it. It's not like a stock where you can just click it, a button, and just sell it automatically. So the first place I want to talk about with selling things is Facebook Marketplace. So honestly, this is the first thing I would do because it's local. You don't have to ship stuff, and there's a bunch of other reasons why there's no fees. But there's some negatives to doing Facebook Marketplace that I've experienced myself. Is that you have to deal with messaging people, and it might not sound like a big deal, like oh it's just texting. Trust me, I've only sold really once, I'm pretty sure, on Facebook Marketplace, and I've got a lot of people like messaging me, and some people will just go back and forth with you, and it'll just be a huge waste of time, and might be looking at your phone to see if they're responding to you, and it just might be kind of draining, surprisingly. So yeah, definitely if you're selling a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace or whatever, you're gonna have to message all these people, go back and forth and negotiate. It can take a lot of time. Also with Facebook Marketplace, you have to meet up with someone. So obviously you're not paying for shipping. I mean, you can, ship stuff through Facebook Marketplace, but I'm kind of assuming you're doing in-person stuff. But you have to meet up with somebody. So you have to set a time. You have to pick a date that works with you. If you have a job where you're busy a lot, to align when to meet with somebody might be kind of, troublesome. So yeah, it could be a hassle. Plus, you always have those people that, let's say you say you're gonna meet at like 7 p.m. on a Sunday or whatever. Let's say you go there, and at the last second the person says, "Oh, something came up, I can't come." You just wasted all that time. Now you got, depending on where you're meeting at, you have to drive back home. It could be a big issue. Now, honestly, I haven't had any trouble selling things on Facebook Marketplace. Even besides, Pokemon stuff, I've been very lucky. But there's definitely people out there that I've seen, like from like other people that I know, have literally, they went there to go meet up with them, and last second they just cancel it. So a big thing you got to think about when you're selling in person. Another thing is that if you might have to sell an EB or TCG player, because I know there's a lot of people out there that might say I only sell local or whatever, but depending on the product you have, it actually might be more beneficial or just a lot easier to sell online, like on eBay or TCG player. For example, if you have a more expensive product, right? Let's say you have like a team up booster box. If you put that on Facebook Marketplace, it might be a lot harder to sell because it's such an expensive box, and there's probably a smaller market that's willing to buy that. So by going online, obviously there's a ton of people shopping online, so you have a way bigger market to actually sell to. If you did want to sell in person and you did list it like for something expensive, you're gonna probably get a lot of people lowballing you and stuff. But yeah, definitely if you're gonna sell online, you also have to pay fees, and that's another thing to think about, which is why I said Facebook Marketplace really is more, I guess, preferable. So just a big thing to think about. You have to sell it. It's a physical thing. So if you don't want to deal with selling, you might not want to invest into sealed Pokemon products. So, in conclusion, investing in Pokemon is definitely not for everyone. So, like I said, you have to hold this stuff. It's not just like a stock. So investing, you have to hold it. And, with stocks, you don't really have to hold it. So you might just want to go with stocks or whatever you're investing in that's not actually physical. And lastly, you can always just invest in small amounts. So obviously, I mean, I don't have a ton of product, but I have a decent amount. There's definitely people that are investing more than me and less than me. But you can always just do small amounts. You can maybe just buy one booster box of each set or just a couple. You don't have to go all out and buy cases and cases. You can just do a little bit and just have fun with it. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And just so you guys know, in no way am I trying to, tell you guys not to invest. I invest myself, but just want to give you guys some things to think about. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.